Welcome back to the Good Talk, our Q&A show where we're going to be answering your questions about 10th edition. We've been playing a lot of games, so we're learning a lot, and we're really excited to share everything we know so far about the armies that have come out and the game of 10th edition.
Yes, we're learning at a rapid pace. Hopefully you guys are there to learn with us. We just came back from a tie, spoiler alert, a tie, huge, great game.
Very
amazing.
unique and strange game. And what we're seeing is that the primary mission in 10th edition is extremely varied. You know, in previous editions, you would have 6 missions. They were all the exact same.
Yeah.
They said there were 6 missions, but there were not.
Right. You can like learn these missions and get them down to a T.
Yes. And really, even though there were slight differences, like, oh, hold 2, hold 3, hold 1, hold 2, it was really the same strategy, the same army builds.
Yeah.
But now these missions are very different.
They're hard to account for. Like, you do not know what you're going to go up against coming into it. Like this last one, we've played nothing like it. We've played a few 10th edition games and nothing like it.
I've played nothing like this in my entire history of Warhammer. This was totally unique. This had more in common with like narrative missions I've ever done than it did with any regular mission pack. But also the like modifications to the missions are really unique. You know, yesterday I was playing a friendly game where you couldn't deep strike or reserve or scout or infiltrate onto an objective. All of that was blocked.
This is off limits.
Off limits. And my whole army was predicated on that. It was all teleporting shenanigans. And
that'll throw a wrench in your...
Yeah, and it was like, wow, this really changes a lot. And you really have to say, okay, now what am I using these abilities for if not this? And you know, some of these modifications are big. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we were spending that extra CP throughout the game, big impact plays. We thought we had a lot of CP. Really
yeah,
did
the modification in this one was making the command point reroll cost 1 more.
Yes.
Which hurt us a couple times.
Yeah. I used it like literally the last thing I did. I tried to reroll. Amazing. A great game. It was super close. It was back and forth. I thought since I had a few bad draws, the deck just has a way of like working itself around where if you draw bad in the beginning, it's bound to rebound and give you a good draw, a good hand.
I'm starting to get a feel for the secondaries. Unsurprisingly, you really need a couple fast units that can like get to the middle, get to the corner, or even have a chance of getting into your opponent's deployment zone.
How many secondaries did we both miss on because we didn't have that like the unit in the center or in a prime spot to score that objective? So having things in deep strike, having...
And you can hold things till turn 5 in deep strike.
That's true.
So that's big. The Inceptors for you were clutch, not just as a shooting unit, but as ability to do secondaries.
Dude, the secondaries, getting 8 huge points on the corners, that's like got me over the hump. And then they came back and joined in the middle to shoot up some speeders.
Very, very good. Yeah. Well, you know, I love the Dark Angels. You love the Blood Angels. We had a lot of fun with them. There's a ton of armies, or a ton of kind of different builds for these things that we can do.
Yeah.
It's very deep now. Actually, bigger than it used to be, I think. There's a lot more viable stuff.
Yes.
So excited to play them some more. Yeah. But why don't we get in and start taking some of the questions?
Let's do it.
This one is from Prime Vino.
Vino.
Thank you, Vino. And Vino says, "Awoo."
Awoo.
That is all. Hope you both have a great game.
Well, if you love the awoos, they're going to be coming up at 6 p.m. tonight, playing the Space Wolves. That's Adrian playing them against Bridger and his Titan Watch, the Death Watch.
I'm so jealous. There's so many great Marines. They have so much character. We're going to see what the Space Wolves and their sagas have in store, and then of course the Titan Watch. Well, we're going to have they're going to have a great game. We had an amazing game. Thank you,
I'm going to be sticking around courtside to watch that.
Yeah, so I was muted during that.
Oh, no!
But here's a repeat of the awoo.
Awoo.
There you go.
Yeah, our lovely mod Vino wishing us good luck and having fun.
Yeah,
we did.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this next one is a 2-parter from Hazard Brewing that I just kind of put together.
Nice.
First question was, what's the one thing you are going to miss from 9th? Mine is Charlie Slaplin. I don't see him as valuable anymore since he can only lead Outriders unless they became good, which would be awesome. And then second super chat was, and have you heard anything about GW's Army Builder app that will accompany the release? I'm curious how much they have improved the current one, which is janky at best. Oh, and welcome back, Brian.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Look, I think Outriders are definitely a winner.
Huge winner.
They're so awesome. They're fast. They have a ton of attacks. They're tough. I think like T5, T6 is like the perfect place to be. Normal shots, your strength 4 shots, stage strength 4 shots, and they're going to be very hard to wound these T5
and you can get
things.
These big squads with the chaplain. You know what's a low-key thing that actually helps them a ton?
Yeah.
The ability to move through your own models.
Oh, yes.
That actually, when I used to play big bike armies, like the White Scars,
you get in your own way.
I couldn't actually maneuver these squads. Yeah. And now I can, which is great, and I think they're totally solid. But the chaplain himself, not really a slaplin.
Yeah, not so much of a slaplin. I think the buffs that they do confer are amazing. Blood Angels more specifically. Blood Angels have amazing chaplains. I thought you were going to say you can bring an ATV.
You can, which is great. But if he's trying to if he's missing the slaplin, like making a really powerful combat chaplain, you cannot do that. Like there's nothing that makes a chaplain very good.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
So that is a shame. What will you miss from 9th?
Miss from 9th? Oh man, that is a good question. I miss the, I'm going to say probably like the rules bloat. I think like codexes had a lot of options. I miss getting lost in the sauce of those options.
You do Warhammer for a living, so
I mean,
the depth works for you.
If you wanna take that relic that no one ever takes and you take it for fun, see what you can do with it. I think it's a great idea. I think it's cool.
I actually am on a similar point. I miss specific chapters. So I miss my White Scars and my Iron Hands and my Ultramarines all feeling very unique. They still feel great, and it's less of a loss than I thought it would be. But I still do miss that.
Yeah, those characters, like the named characters, those epic characters, still confer a lot of the same buffs that we saw before.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like jam-packed, condensed like characteristics in those things, which I think is really cool. And look, it's only a matter of time until there's another reiteration of these rules, and we're going to get some more character, I'm sure.
Well, and as for your second question about the app, yes, they are working on a new app, and I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about it. The app at the moment. So I'm just going to err on the safe side. I'm getting lots of shaking heads off camera. But I will say this one thing, which people always look at me weird when I say I'm going to say one thing. They've really built a really quality team. They were investing heavily in this now. And when they first built their first app last time, this was really their first foray into building an app like this. And it was, it's tough to go from being a company that doesn't do that to doing it. So this time, they've had a lot more experience. They've got a very strong team. And so I think that we have a lot of faith that these apps are going to be great.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that, Brian. And just look at the AoS app. It's widely used. It's good. It's clean. I think it's
even one of their older apps.
It's very doable. Yeah, it's older. Yeah. Good question. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This next one is from Peaches, the Destroyer. Thank you, Peaches. With Space Wolves getting gutted, minus a few exceptions in their index, what do you all think GW will do or say in response to the mass of mad Space Wolves players? Ooh.
What? Space Wolf players don't get mad. They are probably the chillest of the chill in terms of the community.
Let me make sure. We're talking about data sheets that went away? Is that what we're talking about when we say gutted?
I think it's just less rules. I don't know.
Because there has been a steady decline in their data sheets, right? Like I have a lot of models that don't do anything as of the last edition, right? Like I had, I forget his name, but he was essentially the Tech Marine equivalent that they had. I don't know why I'm not remembering anymore, but like the Rune Priests and things like that, they started getting rid of all of them.
Yeah.
And that made me really sad. And really, there wasn't a lot of uproar about that at the time, which I thought there would be. And I think a lot of people have made the transition to Primaris. But my whole Space Wolf collection, there's not even a single Primaris model.
Yeah, mine as well. Like a lot of the named characters, the stuff you would run before, like Wolfguard sprinkled in, not a lot of Primaris. So they're definitely one of the codexes that you actually feel and see it, because you do want to keep those vanilla Space Marines in your army, and you're seeing them kind of go away in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's sad, but it's been a steady decline, and they're really trying to swap you onto their new range.
If anything, I think they just need a refresh in their model range so that we know what characters we can.
Need some love, I think.
Yeah.
And you know what I don't like? I will say this: Space Wolves for me are all about being heavily adorned, right? Like lots of little runes and
Yeah.
and tchotchkes and furs and stuff. And I feel like the Primaris, like the character, like Ragnar and stuff, that's great. But they haven't, and even they had that one Reaver squad that was special. I feel like they didn't go hard enough on it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel special enough for me. And I think Space Wolves are an opportunity to do something really special, really unique. And if they start making new Primaris units that really shock and awe, like amazing. Like give me like a Primaris Thunderwolf and it's like really pushing it.
Yeah.
Now we'll be excited. But for
so much opportunity.
The past few years, it's been take, no give.
Yeah.
So just, if you're going to take, also give.
Yes. Or give.
Yeah.
I like it. Good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. This next question is from Evan Tumanello. Thank you, Evan. Henry Cavill calls you up and says he needs help casting actors for his next 40k show. The Adventures of Young Yark.
Oh, so
Who
good.
do you suggest? Thanks for the great content. Good luck, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Young Yark.
Dude, who would play Yark? Oh man.
But you need someone like young yet grizzled. Because Yark was always grizzled.
Yeah.
He was
Born grizzled.
He was a grizzled baby.
That's amazing. just grumpy right off the bat. Wow, that is a good question. I feel like I don't know enough actors to really answer this, Brian.
Like young adult actors.
Yeah.
I don't know any young adult actors.
Lindsay?
This
No, I don't know
Lindsay?
any young adult actors either. But all the young adult actors that I know are all like baby faces.
because that's what people want. They're all like CW actors.
Yeah, it's like what the kids who are cast for like middle school things are actually like out of high school kind of deal. Nah, yeah. So I have no idea.
You need someone with some darkness here.
I know.
I don't know. Bridger, you got any choices? Bridger's
Bridger,
off camera. He doesn't know anything. Okay, give me something.
I don't know, dude. I for
should
some
Google
reason.
grizzled young actors.
Wait, you've been watching like a lot of Marvel movies recently, right?
Oh,
Anyone
no.
from there?
Oh
And I feel like
no.
once again, a lot of baby faces. Any of the young
I know.
actors, babies.
Okay, so let's just take it from Marvel.
It's got to be Tom Holland.
No, Tom Holland's too babyface.
Yeah.
What?
You need someone
He's
with
like
some
the epitome
attitude.
of baby face.
Oh man. Chris Hemsworth would be funny.
But how
like,
old is Chris Hemsworth?
Let's talk. We can take like a young.
We can like.
Okay.
CGI.
Take one of his
We can
brothers.
CGI fixes everything, chat. We're
I was
looking
thinking actually more of a
See if chat says
Loki.
anything.
Oh, okay.
I think like you got more attitude.
Yeah. You have like I like it.
The sharper features.
The sharper features, exactly. That's a good one.
Someone said William Dafoe.
Dude, I was literally
But that's
gonna
not
say
young.
Willem Dafoe. I was like,
A young
I was gonna
William
say
Dafoe?
Yeah, because he was always grizzled
He
too.
was.
because I think he has the face on point. I don't know if his acting method would be like. I'm
I think
thinking
it
of like
works.
Green Goblin.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Yeah.
All right, we know
I was
that.
literally
William
gonna say
Dafoe,
Willem
I
Young
think
Dafoe.
that's
Willem
the way.
Dafoe.
I'm grumpy
Okay.
now.
Thank you. Thank you.
We solved it, Evan.
This next question is from Darius Chosky. Thank you, Darius. Hey, Titans. Super excited about all the chaos reveals tomorrow. Sadly, I won't be able to tune in live because tomorrow is also my PhD thesis defense.
Oh,
Wow.
congrats.
Excited to catch up on the games with my break. Ooh, yeah.
Well, hopefully you roll a 6 on that defense.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. And is tomorrow Chaos Day?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't actually know that.
I don't know.
So
I don't even know what Bridger's signaling to us right now.
I have no idea. So
we're just rolling with the punches. Like we're
the
coming
truth is
in
we
the
show
morning.
up in the morning, and Adrian pushes an army in front of us.
Yeah, like
and then we're like,
okay.
oh, let's play some toys. But excited for whatever we unveil tomorrow. I'm super excited for.
Yeah, it's going to be something new. That's all I know.
I actually have no idea what I'm playing tomorrow. I don't think you do either. Do you?
I have no idea.
No.
Like Bridger.
It's on a schedule
We
somewhere.
were like, hopefully we play tomorrow, and we have no idea.
Okay.
Hopefully we can call out our opponents. Chat, let us know who should our opponents be. That's.
But we won't take your advice on that.
Yeah, there's no.
But
you can tell us.
Yeah. I guess we wouldn't really hear it in time too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Pretty sure decisions have already been made. We just don't remember them.
We just don't remember.
Oh, well, thank you. This next question, or this next super chat, is from Lubadon. Thank you, Lou. Played on my final 9th tourney this weekend and first 5-rounder. took 12th out of 25 and
Very
won
nice.
Best Painted with Diamonds.
That's all you want.
Which non-Marine Imperial Army are y'all most excited for? AdMech.
Dude, huge congrats. That's actually a big feat. You're in the top half and you got Best Painted. That's flexing power. That's like...
Because getting Best Painted means you weren't chasing the meta.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can't take your time painting and be a meta chaser.
And you just happen to do well.
Yeah. Okay, I have easily the Imperial Army I'm most excited for.
Ooh, are you going to say Guard?
It's Guard.
Yeah.
I love Guard.
Yeah.
Because AdMech's my biggest collection of Imperial period. So I am excited for that. But I really want to play Guard.
And you're probably going to be the AdMech player this week, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you're not the Guard player, unfortunately.
Not the Guard.
I think you're the Guard player.
I think I'm the Guard player. I am the Guard player now. Which you're open to take.
You want to swap?
No, definitely don't want to swap.
AdMech is always complicated.
Not going to swap with you. I am excited for Grey Knights. I'm excited for Grey Knights.
Good call.
I think
exciting.
Grey Knights are a wild card. They're going to be wily ones. They're going to shoot. They're going to charge. They're going to be so well-rounded. I think they're the Space Marine chapter or faction to do the best.
Yeah.
They just do everything.
What they've previewed of them so far has been very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, good question. Thank you.
Thank you. This next question is from Mikhail Johanso.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's an awesome name.
Right. And they say, hello, Titans from Sweden.
Hello.
Became a member just a couple of weeks ago and love it so far. It's a good day to be a Dark Angels player. For the Lion.
For the Lion.
Yes. Dude, I even am excited for the Lion. I want to get my hands on the rules and play with them. I've never played Dark Angels before. They look so cool.
The one thing I'll say I've learned about the Lion is don't let if you have mortal wound shooting.
Yeah.
Like watch out for that. And the truth is, I was having trouble deciding which of his abilities to use. If I knew I was going to throw him out, putting the 4 up Feel No Pain. Because I didn't really appreciate that you had so much mortal wound shooting. I almost thought that you had no mortal wound shooting.
I mean, it's on 6s. It's like...
Most of us weren't really thinking about it.
Right.
Until it started happening.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, no.
Oh, that's like the only way I can
Because what would have happened is there was a good chance that I legitimately do survive the combat. And then now it's big trouble, right? And I think that the other thing I'll say is really, really do whatever you can to keep him obscured. In that case, I thought, well, you don't have a lot of shooting. Maybe it's okay. And I really needed that secondary mission. And honestly, I didn't throw him away there. I would have lost the game.
Yeah.
Right? At any point I went down, I would have lost.
And even keeping him as a, like a lone agent, 3 inches away from another squad is good enough, right? It's 12 inches. If they get within 12 inches, they're getting charged. That's where you want to be. So it's got to be careful with them. You don't have to think too hard, but it's a big decision to put them out there. You want to make sure you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Mortal wound defense being one of them.
Absolutely.
Good question.
Yeah, thank you. This next one is from Heinz Rosenheim.
Hey.
Thank you, Heinz. One of the best things in 10 Days of 10th is that I'm going to bed with your stream, and when I wake up, you're still streaming.
That's
Go
how
Angels.
we feel, too.
Yeah. That's it's going to be a fun week for us. A lot of Warhammer, a lot of friendship. It's going to be awesome.
And the thing is, even when we're not streaming, we're offline playing Warhammer.
Yes.
Because we're practicing, trying builds, learning armies.
Yeah, Brian and Bridger, or Adrian and Bridger, literally off screen, talking about Warhammer, making lists, building models so that they can play. It's amazing.
Like we were off all Sunday,
Yeah.
but I was in here. I was playing.
You guys played like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. We played 3 games.
Whew. Wow. It's a week of Warhammer.
Yeah, and I painted a Custodes Land Raider.
What?
Oh!
Was that your
Start to
Land
finish.
Raider?
We just painted it.
That's
on
crazy.
Sunday.
That's awesome.
Wow, Nelly.
We start to finish the whole Land Raider
Giving Bridger the tools to win. Don't like
Land
this.
Raiders. Get your Land Raiders.
Yes. Thank you. So this next one is from, it's a 2-parter. Actually, it's a multi-parter.
Oh, okay.
Broken up into different segments.
Got it.
Martin Easterman has been very, very generous
Thank you,
this
Martin.
game. So thank you so much,
so
Martin. So this is 2 questions pushed into one. First one is, OMG, Brian is playing Dark Angels.
Yeah.
That's so totally cool of you guys. Takes me back to Brian playing his Dark Angel successors. How do they feel to pilot? No better chapter for Terminators. Way chunkier than Bridger's Golden Boys. Yeah.
Look, Brian can play any army he picks up. He just hits the ground running, takes it apart.
Certain ones have my heart, though.
That's true. Yeah.
And Dark Angels I've always loved. And I love them for only a simple reason. Cloaks.
The cloak, yeah.
That's a good reason.
Hoods, hoods and cloaks, or just the cloaks?
Hoods and tabards. Okay, hoods and tabards.
The good old
I
tabard.
love Marines in hoods and tabards. It's like normal Marine, nah, hoods and tabards. All right.
So that means if you were to build the lion, hood?
Yes.
Put all the way.
Hood, and I like the
Team
hood.
hood.
I like the hood and helmet. I also like the hood and no helmet. But the hood and helmet looks good.
Yeah.
But they feel great. I love Terminators in this edition. I'm going to play Terminators in every single one of my armies. I'm going to play them in White Scars,
Big winners.
Blood Angels, Salamanders.
White scars.
Yeah, I'm going to play the Kashyyyk Terminators, the like black painted ones.
Oh, that's cool.
They look sharp, and you give them the double-handed weapons. Yeah, that's what they're called. They're
Oh,
great.
okay. Oh, okay.
I'm not making things up.
Well, from Star Wars there. They're Wookiees?
Yeah, Wookiees. All I think is just Wookiees, like just very furry armor. Anyway.
And anyways, but yes, they do have great Terminators.
Yeah.
And they have great stuff for Terminators. And so I'm super into them. I think it feels great. The line feels great. It's all
Yeah,
good.
they look super
Cool
awesome.
strats.
Good strats,
Yeah.
yeah. Well-rounded, like they have a great situation. So
Yeah, lots of tactical flexibility. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and so second question from Martin. Thank you once again, Martin. Brian, why do you think Dark Angels will play better in 10th than Bridger's first love, Custodes, or his second love, Blood Angels? Do you think Adrian will be able to make Ravenwing Bikers work this edition?
Well, I can't talk in detail about Custodes because they're not revealed yet. I can say we played actually Dark Angels against Custodes yesterday as a practice game, but I can't tell you anything about how that went. So here's what I will say. Dark Angels have a lot more data sheets, and it's particularly shooting options, right? And I think that's a valuable list construction tool that make them actually have an edge sometimes over Custodes, right? Because a lot fewer of those shooting options in the shooting edition.
Well said, well said. And I'm sure your assets, you can spread them out a little more. Speeders, probably on the cheaper side, so you can probably spam them a little more.
More cheap stuff.
Yeah, you can spread them out, move fast, play around them.
So I like them. And as far as Blood Angels, I think same reason actually. It's a more, I have a slightly more well-rounded set of strats. Like I can shoot a little better. I have rules that like you could take speeders too if you want.
Yeah,
you could have taken typhoons.
Right.
But I have fallback, shoot, and charge with them, which in the end of the game is how I got those points.
Right.
You couldn't do that kind of thing.
Yeah, the Blood Angels are a little more one-track mind. They still love to charge and do melee stuff. So that's where the optimal thing is. But you gotta also sprinkle in some shooting. You always do.
Agreed.
And then second question, Brian, why do you think Dark Angels? Oh,
no, we did that
already
one
said
already.
that. Sorry. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
that,
Martin.
And
Good to see
then another two-parter from Martin Eastman. Thank you once again, Martin. Now, the best character in the game is the Lion.
Agreed.
Will Bridger
fast.
be meta chasing his way to a Dark Angels army? Whatever happened to his 18 Raven Guard Centurions, do you and Adrian agree on the best way to play the Lion?
His Raven Guard Centurions got built, and then they were like nerfed the next day, and then he didn't paint them. Right? It was literally like a day after he built them.
That sounds about right. And the thing is, like, I got to play against them unpainted, which is funny.
Because there was this time when they were hot.
Yeah.
And
it was actually in your garage is when I played them. Yeah. That's funny.
I have a ton Centurions for my Ultramarines.
You have a good memory, Martin.
And Bridger's the ones that's like, we should do 18, and he just finishes building them all.
It's the perfect build.
I don't even Bridger. Where are these Centurions?
They're still in your garage, Brian.
I feel like they're coming back now. Bridger's slowly trudging over here. Bridger, where are these Centurions?
He looks sad.
They're in deep storage, Brian.
They're in deep storage.
Deep storage?
I have no idea where they are.
Is that like deep space?
Yeah. So they're like buried in your house somewhere under pizza boxes. Okay. do we agree on the best way to play the Lion? I think we do. The best way is to put him on a midboard objective behind cover where he can't be shot, and so that anyone who wants to come in to charge him has to deal with his fight first.
That's right. Fight first is so huge. He's going to be able to slap anything that charges at him or near him first. So it's just a huge winner, right?
Yeah. So you don't charge with him. You wait for people to charge you.
That's it. Yeah.
And
it's his
you
house.
hide. And the reason you don't charge with him is because they get to shoot you when you're out waiting to get up the board. Because he's a monster, he can't. So he has to go around, and then he dies.
And then he dies.
But if I waited for you to come to me, he wouldn't have died.
Yeah. And you do have to be careful of the characters like this because yes, he can be like character blocked in a way, but if you move him out first, Overwatch is by activation, so you have to be careful of like you have to move your screen up, and then the lion has to make it to the screen.
Yeah.
So you don't get Overwatch, things like that. So
interesting.
It's interesting stuff.
Cool little tech. I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then second question. Thank you again, Martin. I'm tempted to paint new Leviathan veteran dudes, Deathwing, and Dreadnought too. Do you think there will be any advantage to having vehicles as Deathwing this edition? What unit are you most excited for? Dia and Dark Angels in 10th.
Nice. Hey, that's what we did, huh? We painted a lot of our Leviathan boxes.
By mistake.
Dark Angels.
So it was a mistake. We should clarify. So we painted our Stern Guard as Deathwing.
Oh, why?
Because Adrian was sure that all veterans were Deathwing. And then I saw them for the first time on the debut day, and I was like, Deathwing Stern Guard? And he's like, yeah, Deathwing Stern Guard. And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah. And then I showed him a picture of Stern Guard, and he was like, oh.
No.
And then we were like, it's still cool, but we're not going to do that going forward.
Okay.
That was just a mistake. But the Dreadnought we could have painted because Dreadnoughts can, in the lore, be.
Okay.
Is
there any rule difference?
There used to be, but there isn't now, and I don't think there will be.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And frankly, I like it better because now I can play Green Wing, Deathwing, Raven, like all together.
It matches.
Whereas before, they were really trying to make it 3 different sub-factions.
Distinct.
And I don't like that because that would not work in 10.
You can't take it. You can't take all your toys.
Agreed.
Right.
It's no fun.
Units you're most excited about from Dark Angels?
I have a couple. You want to give me one?
Oh, one of mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I have so many actually.
I just really like your speeders. I think they're like a top tier unit.
You know what I want more than anything?
Do you have a Raven? Not the character speeder?
Right, the Talon Master.
The Talon Master.
Yeah, we have a Talon Master here. I don't think he's amazing, personally.
Oh, really?
He used to be really quite strong, but I don't think he's too amazing.
Yeah.
What I really want them to release new upscaled Deathwing Knights. So the new upscaled Deathwing Knights, I think those could be phenomenal. I also want to see more of the Ravenwing get new models, right? The Talon Master's old, the Dark Shroud's old, the Bikers.
Speeders in general are old. Bikes in general are old.
They have the new speeders.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they have like the big ones, like the new model, the Primaris speeders.
And those are the new speeders, and those are good. We have those as well.
Yeah.
But the Bikers, the like Black Knights, those are old, and they look derpy. Yeah. And I need them. I need them up. I need more of them.
Tell me more about the Talon Master. Does he get lone operative?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
He's just a vehicle. He's a speeder.
So he's very targetable now.
I believe so.
Yeah. Interesting.
We looked at him last night when we were building the list, and it just wasn't compelling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good question, Martin. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay, there we go. Boop. And we have another 2-parter from Martin.
What?
Oh, Martin.
So this starts the commentary of the game from Martin. So Martin, there's going to be more. We're going to see more of Martin.
We haven't even seen in-game Martin yet.
Yeah, now we're getting into the in-game Martin.
This is in-game Martin.
Yes. So thank you once again, Martin. Like, thank you for all of this. First one is, Brian, I hear Bridger heckling you from the back of the room. Is he back there instead of playing Blood Angels because he's afraid of the lion or of facing you after an 18-month rest? Put down the taco and put up some dice.
This is absolutely the reason.
This is,
Yeah?
He actually didn't think he could make the Blood Angels do anything.
Very accurate. Spot on, Martin.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah. And then the second one is the one time Brian pilots Dark Angels with Lion, no less, is when new Brian rolls hotter than Brian against the Lion. Bridger is going to talk so much trash.
Bridger was talking trash.
He was he was weirdly flexing at us during the game. He was
That was exactly what he was doing.
I do have to give some credit to Bridger. He was root cheering for me.
Yeah, he was.
In a very weird way. His shirt might have been off at some point.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Exactly right. He was like swinging it around.
So happy there was a monitor in front of me.
Yeah.
Could not see anything.
We could not
Yeah.
stop. We can't. We had nowhere to
It
look.
ruined all my rolls.
I was distracted to the max.
Oh no. Yeah, so thank you, Martin. This next question is from Raza. Thank you, Raza. What did they do to my wolves? OC0 and
true.
no bite wolfen seem like they have little to no value. Save us, Brian, if you're here to buy. Time to buy more.
Thunderwolf.
Thunderwolf Cavalry. Yes.
Yeah, so this is the actual wolf, like the little wolves have 0 OC, which they did with all the swarms and things like that.
You're seeing that with Nurglings or like other things like
all
that.
the swarms
right?
are like that,
Yeah.
but these aren't swarms. These are like dogs.
Oh, I see. Oh, I mean not Nurglings. The Ripper Swarms.
Yeah.
Ripper Swarms.
Yeah, right. All the swarms so far have had OC0.
Yeah.
But I think that's sad, and they made it so that the Cyber Wolf is like a character that goes in it.
That's cool because he was like you can take a Cyberwolf as a lone model.
Yeah. The problem with it is now it's like an assassinate.
Oh, it actually has character.
Yeah, I think it is actually. So I don't really love that. There's a couple weird things in the book. Adrian was complaining as he was going through.
Dumb.
Yeah, Adrian doesn't like it. And I agree that Wolfen should be terrifying, right?
Yeah.
They're like
actual
veterans of the Long War that have been in the warp fighting or like in the Eye of Terror fighting. Yeah. They've been wolfed out.
They're unchained, just like wiling out, man.
They should be the strongest combat unit in the whole book.
Yeah.
And they should be just horribly terrifying. But they keep not doing it.
They didn't even give him a real Thunderhammer, man.
No, it's not good. Thunderwolf Cavalry is cool though.
Yeah.
Riding wolves, that's the reason you played this faction.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I bought. When I started a Space Wolf army, I was just like, oh yeah, I'll take like 3 boxes of Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Yeah. They really need to redo them though.
Yeah.
Thank you. This next one is from Martin Easterman again.
Yep.
Martin Easterman again. There we go. Brian, please, can you call Bridger out? Dark Angels with Lion versus Custodes, the Loyalist showdown.
He's flexing again.
As they say in the American colonies, he talks the talk, but can he walk the walk? Winner chooses dinner.
Ooh. Oh, do not let Bridger win. He's still flexing in the background, trying not to make eye contact. He will choose Taco Bell. He will choose Taco Bell.
One of these days, we will tell you as soon as we can the outcome of this game that we already played yesterday, which is Dark Angels versus Custodes, and I had the Lion. Did I have the Lion? I did have the Lion. Okay, so we played this game. We've already done this, and then one of us chose dinner already yesterday. So
Martin saw the future.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I won't tell you who chose dinner, and I won't tell you how the game went, but as soon as we can talk about Custodes, we'll tell you. It was a dramatic game. This is not like not a tie down at the
Yeah. It was not close.
It was not close.
Thank you. Hopefully we get to see that. This next one is from Michael Cody. Michael Cody says something that I think should continue every day. On the first game of 10th Miss, my Brian gave to me a lion stabbed in the knee.
Yes.
I want to, Michael Cody, I want to see this every day.
Yeah, we need all the days of 10th Miss.
Yes, we do.
That's amazing.
Yes, we do.
Well said, Michael Cody.
The lion went down like a chump.
Yeah, but everyone came out of the woodworks to deal with the lion.
But you didn't need it. He went down pretty quick. You still had like all your swords left and the Marties.
Yeah, but they were needed. They went down to the hammers. I still had the power weapons, but the power weapons weren't going to do anything.
Yeah. It's those mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Get your mortal wounds. That's how you get them.
Yeah.
Assault cannons, OP.
Hammers as well.
Oh, the hammer did it too. You're right.
Yeah, thank you. And Michael Cody has confirmed in the chat that he's on it, so look forward to that.
Nice.
Okay, next one is from our friend Martin again. Thank you again. Brian, smash that big winged heretical monstrosity character. Assassinate all of that red character stuff. You are a son of the lion, the Emperor's first chosen.
Dude, like Brian didn't even need to kill those 3 characters. He was just like, I'll kill 3 characters.
Yeah.
They're just 3 epic characters, Brian.
I defined my own goal. It was like, Assassinate says kill 1. No, the first Legion doesn't just kill 1. It kills all.
Oh my god. They don't even give you points. They're just children.
That one las cannon that just straight killed the Sanguinor. It needed, you had 7 wounds.
I was shook,
D6 plus 1. Boom. Incredible. Incredible.
Right through the invuln.
What a moment.
Oh my.
I rolled on a lot of damage rolls really hot. Yeah. And the thing was, and a lot of times it didn't matter because it was like 2 wound guys, but I was just hitting 6s on those missile launchers, right? Over and over.
Oh my god.
If I was shooting against more vehicles,
that's right. Like my Field of Pains had no chance against those missile launchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. This next one is from Time to Time. That's a good song. Hello there. Thinking about taking the plunge and getting into the tabletop. Love the lore of Imperial Knights and Custodians. Good spot to start, or better to go with Black Templars because Space Crusaders are very cool.
All right, 3 factions: Custodians, Templars, Knights. Which one are you starting with?
Oh man, this is such a good question. Right, you have Knights that are easy to just learn the rules, hit the ground running, low model count. Custodians, similar reason, low model count. Very fun, awesome lore.
Yeah, one of the least expensive armies to start.
One of the least expensive armies right next to Knights. Black Templars, a lot of character for a Space Marine army.
Brand new model line.
Great color scheme. If you're painting these models yourself, a matte black is going to be easy to get on. I love the bone color. Oh my goodness.
I love the bone color, yeah. So it sounds like we're going Crusaders.
Dude, the thing is, I see their struggle here, and I want to say Imperial Knights, Custodians, great first armies, but Black Templars, if you're willing to take the plunge,
it's even better for me.
Is much cooler.
So Templars are going to be my choice as well. You buy the new starter set, you can make them into Templars, right? Guys with Flamers, Templars. Terminators, Templars, right? Like all this stuff, great Templar stuff. And the new model range is incredible, right? The characters, the new the Crusader units, the Sword Brethren, it's amazing. And it's an army that looks so classy. And here's the thing I'll say. Everyone wants to play against Templars. Not everyone wants to play against Knights all the time.
That's true. That's true. You're going to be an amazing opponent. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to make your opponent have a lot of fun. Make sure you pick yourself up a Hellbrick as well. Great new model.
Get a Grimaldus and get a Hellbrick. And you have to get an Emperor's Champion too. I mean,
dude,
so much exciting stuff.
Champions aren't bad now.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Black Templars.
Kind of cool.
Final answer.
Yes.
I'll be playing them
in agreement
soon.
Well, thank you. This next one is from our good friend Martin. Thank you again, Martin. Shock, but Bridger is in spreading my super chat spam. Missed my question on Deathwing Knights?
Deathwing Knights.
If they work in 10th, or if you think they will have new models.
They better have new models. But regardless, we're about to make our own. We're going to hand make our own so we're not waiting for the new models. We will make ourselves new models.
Yes. Yeah, some of the most fun you can have is just kit bashing these models. With my Blood Angels, a lot of kit bashing happening. I don't even have a real Dante that I own. Still like using my kit bashed one, even with the new model.
Yeah, your kit bashed one is awesome.
I love it.
And now that you have this new base to build off of, it's great. So I'm really into that. Do I think the Deathwing Knights are good? I think they're totally cool. All the Terminators are quite good, and often it comes down to the unique ability on their data sheet.
Yeah.
The Deathwing Knights, we didn't even consider playing them today because we actually don't have them. That's why we're going to do them, because we've been kind of waiting for a refresh.
Yeah.
So we're going to do them up. I just love them, and they have so much character. So even if they're slightly less efficient, I'll be playing them anyway.
Are they in smaller squads? That's the thing? They can be in squads of 3 or something?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you again, Martin. This next one is from Azusa 001. There we go. Love the game. I am a bit behind watching at the moment, but you may want to check loadouts on Landspeeders.
Right.
Typhoons can't have AC. Dark Shroud is either HP or AC.
HP or...
so Typhoons can't have the autocannon.
Oh, okay.
Or not autocannon, this is the assault cannon. And the Typhoons did not have the assault cannon. They had multi-melta and missile launcher. And then I had one Landspeeder Tornado, which had an assault cannon and a heavy bolter.
Yeah.
And that is a tornado. So that one was correct. Now, the Dark Shroud being of either, I think we might have played that one wrong.
Okay.
So we'll double check that one.
There's like a mix and match of like everything, so easily to be confused. Wouldn't blame you.
One of the things that happens is all these data sheets, they have the abilities on the first sheet and then the loadout on the second.
Nope, I run into that for sure.
And GW didn't mail us the data cards; they're lost in the mail.
Yeah.
So we've been printing them out. And to save our printer, we haven't been printing the second page.
Because all you see is like the options. We've already made those decisions.
It's easy to make a mistake in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Okay, this next one is from, take a guess, Martin. Yeah.
Martin loves the Dark Angels.
Oh yeah, Martin was
big Dark
Martin's
Angels,
still hanging out in chat, having fun. So chat, stop changing the past in Blood Angel favor. This isn't about Sing 10, it's about beating Bridger's favorite army. Oh no. Let's pull together Team Brian, peeps.
Dude, that one point that chat got me.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
I love this. It mattered. It mattered, chat.
It did.
Every point matters. Every point matters.
Right. That's why I love the UI that we have now. You can go back and see the history of all the scoring, so it's easy to fix.
It's nice. It's really nice.
I for one, I'm glad that neither of the Angels won. They're both.
We're all losers.
Yeah, they all deserved a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
thank you again, Martin.
Bridger are giving us a head shake.
This next one is from Fatty Man number 1. Hi Titans, this is my second super chat. When can we expect the 10th edition Girly Man versus Snoop Lion? And what is the best Ultramarines combo so far?
Ooh, Ultramarines combo.
I think Ultramarines are so good.
Okay.
They have amazing epic characters.
They do.
What's the best Ultramarines combo so far? So they have, these characters give things like Deep Strike, giving Deep Strike to a Stern Guard veteran squad, coming down, shooting, killing a squad that they oathed. G-Man then giving a second oath target to their second target, because when they kill, they shoot again.
And then they reroll again.
And they're rerolling everything again. It's craziness.
Is that Talion, or who's the one that does that?
Talion is definitely one of the good ones to take. Talion, I think, he might be the infiltrating. He might give infiltrate to the squad.
It's someone else who does it.
It's oh man, is it a chaplain maybe?
Yeah, is it the sniper? I'm forgetting. But yeah, that what you just described is very cool.
Yeah, I like that combo. That's the combo that I saw first. I'm like, oh, these are good characters. They belong to Ultramarines.
Yeah.
There's something I want to take every time. So, and Stern Guard are just so good.
Gilliman is very good, and we think Gilliman will be taken a lot as well.
I think,
so as soon as we play Ultras, which we haven't played them yet, did we?
I don't think we've played them at all.
But we're saving it. We're going to be playing it, and they're going to be definitely have Gilliman in it, and then the Lion. We'll definitely get that game. That'll be a fun game.
Prime mark off. I love it.
Thank you. So this next one is from Martin Easterman again. Thank you, Martin. His deadly demise domino cascading explosions is totally Bridger fixing the game. Chat, we need to find a way to change the past on this. Team Brian.
I for one like the explosion.
That was crazy.
I've had some epic explosions on my own armies in channel history.
Yeah.
I had a Land Raider turn 1 Space Wolf Land Raider blow up in my deployment, and my whole army was tucked around it. And this is when they did D6 mortal wounds.
Oh
and
no!
This was also when pretty much everything had 1 wound.
That's awesome.
So it actually killed like 700 points of my army, top of 1.
That's awesome.
I've definitely blown up some stuff.
When the Imperial Knights Codex first dropped, I actually tabled myself by exploding.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Amazing. One big knight explodes, kills another one. I think a little one was even caught in the blast as well. It was great. It was glorious.
I remember the first time I ever got to the top table in a tournament. It was a local RTT, and our good friend Jeff, who was an amazing player. He was like the local boogeyman. He kept beating everybody.
It was you or him, right?
Well, no, this was before it was me or him. This is when it was just him.
Oh, okay.
And I was coming up now. This is my first table.
Yeah.
And
You're
he's
the wild card.
He's like, you made it to the top table, kid, you know? But he was way better than me, and I was like so nervous. And he was playing knights, and I was Tau. And so Tau's all castled up.
Yeah.
So he ran his knight right at me, and I was like, ha ha ha, I'll shoot you. And he's like, good, I'll pay to auto-explode. And he blew up this knight right in my whole castle. And it's 2d6 mortal wounds that those were. And it killed every one of my drone squads. It killed my ethereals, all my commanders.
Yeah.
And it almost killed everything. So it was like 1,700 points that died. And then he's like, good game, kid. Better luck next time. And
That's amazing.
the funny thing, so, the next time I got to a top table, I ended up beating him.
Yeah.
And it was knights again.
Amazing.
And I had some
I've been waiting for this
I had
moment.
some skew nonsense. I had a bunch of Tau flyers, the big ones.
Yeah.
And I was like zooming past killing his knights.
Because he was the real threat there.
Yeah, right. But anyways, explosions. I've suffered a lot. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Nice. Yeah, well, this next one is from 19 Connor 9. Thank you, 19 Connor 9.
Good question.
Are these armies using 10th points totals or 9th?
I don't know.
I know how to answer this.
Oh, answer it, please.
I can easily answer this. So we're not using 9th. I can tell you that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we can tell you that.
Listen, we're not allowed to talk about points for 10th.
That's true.
But these are not 9th points.
Yeah.
Question answered. There you go. Thank you. Next one is from Tech Goblin. Thank you, Tech Goblin. Go Wolves is a Storm Wolf launching Termi and Arjak on the opponent's face, one of the most epic ways to do your sagas.
Of course it is.
Yes. I love Arjak is in this. Arjak is my favorite character.
Are you bringing a Storm Wolf today?
Could be.
He could be.
The most epic way.
It sounds like that. It could be sounds like a yes, but he probably isn't.
We have those models though. We have like 2 Storm Wolves.
I know they're so good. We have a Storm Wolf and a Frost Wolf. I don't know. The shooting one and the transport one.
Yeah. Dude, that gun used to like instant kill.
Yeah, the big frost cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So many sagas. Like if Adrian doesn't complete at least 4 sagas, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah. Is he even?
Yeah. Yes, Adrian. That's all of them.
Right.
Thank you.
That should be an instant win, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
That should be. There should be separate win conditions like that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. This next one is from Kaldorf. Thank you, Kaldorf.
Hey, Kaldorf.
A classic.
Late to the show, but catching the end of this great match. Love all that I have seen of the indices. Interrogator Chaplain went bye-bye. Epic tie. Good game.
Yeah, they did get rid of the Interrogator Chaplains, which I don't feel great about. Because that was one of the unique flavor. The whole thing about the army is about these Interrogator Chaplains is a big part of the lore, and there was no reason they needed to do that. I really hope it's because they've got a slew of new models coming out, and they'll bring it back, but I don't love it.
Yeah. It's not great. I mean, I can understand they are trying to simplify the line, but like, dude, there's like 156 data sheets already.
Yeah.
Like,
what's one more?
What's one more?
Yeah, exactly. I think they've just got like this strict rule that if they're not producing the models, I guess, and I think maybe these models are out of production.
That seems to be
probably the case. But they should bring it back because I don't want no flavor chaplains, right? Like I want my Interrogator Chaplains. They're unique. They have hoods. They have tabards. Hoods and tabards.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Yes, thank you. This next one is from Charlie Adams.
Hey, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. Doesn't Brian win with the investigate signals with his Terminator unit in the top that held the 3 objectives?
No, because it wasn't wholly within 9. So that secondary, you have to get the unit, every single model, wholly within 9. If I did that, I would have been off the primary, which would have had me down 15 points.
Yeah.
So I would have gained 2, lost 15.
Right. Wholly is a big deal with a big brick like that, and nothing was in range to advance onto this investigate signal site.
Right.
You were very center-led because that's what your previous secondaries had you do.
That's right.
It was very easy for the Blood Angels because we had Inceptors coming down from Deep Strike and a bunch of characters. So
this is where you just want like a throwaway 5-man squad. Yeah. And in fact, when you saw me first deploy, I had that Inferno squad on the right. Mm-hmm. Right. That was purely if I pulled that turn 1, just so I could run into that corner. So it's like I was planning on this secondary, but I just pulled it at a time where I was out of assets. Mm-hmm. So.
And I just realized it's an action, huh? So
it is an action. You can't shoot.
You can't advance. Yeah.
You can if you can advance and shoot, which I can do for 1 CP.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. So real quick, I just want to thank Blank for _blank_. Sorry. For gifting 20 memberships.
Oh, get those memberships.
Thank you so much, Blank.
Thank you so much.
An amazing way to support the channel, giving back to our community, helping issue them into our Tuesday games where we're going to have member only. That's tomorrow. I think our evening game, 6 p.m. is going to, PST, is going to be our members only game. So don't miss that. If you are a member, it's going to be great.
Come check it out.
Yeah, be a good time. This next one is from Martin Easterman again. Thank you, Martin. And Martin says, Face Bridger, you may have worked behind the scenes to bring down the ultimate strategist, the Lion, but you forgot that still left an ultimate strategist at the table, Brian. Now we face Custodes.
I choose to believe that he died kind of like an Obi-Wan. Like the cloak fell.
Oh, yeah?
You know, the cloak fell, but there was nothing underneath it. Because now he has that like tree teleporting ability.
Yeah, yeah.
Where he teleports back into the forest.
Oh no.
So you didn't kill him. He teleported back into the forest. He left his cloak, which means he's naked in the forest, but that's okay.
Yeah,
because he only has a cloak.
Everyone's got to do that at least once in their life. Right?
Right,
definitely right. Yeah. And that's it. He's gonna teleport back to another battlefield and continue the fight.
Oh, that's amazing. Martin. Dark Angels player, but he's going for the saga here. Thank you so much, Martin.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you again. This next one is another one from Tech Goblin. Thank you so much, Tech Goblin. So, Wolfguard doesn't get jump packs. Is Gladius Task Force the only way to get jump packs with Claws and Space Wolf characters together? And does Gladius allow Sky Claws and Assault Marines coexisting?
I actually Gladius.
So the Gladius is the core Space Marine book,
right?
So no, you cannot put Space Wolf characters with the Gladius Task Force, right? You cannot. The Gladius Task Force, you have to play as Space Marines, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah. So and you can only take the characters that are in that book. Right. So you can't take the Space Wolf characters. And for what it's worth, like the Vanguard veterans, they don't even have claws anymore. They have heirloom weapons or legacy weapons or whatever. I don't even know what they're called. They're called something like that. But they're not claws. And you can't have double claws anymore. It's not viable.
This is the vanilla Van Vets.
Van Vets cannot have 2 weapons.
Wow.
They have to have pistol and then one weapon. And the claw, the hammer, the sword, the other kind of sword, and the other kind of sword are all the same weapon.
Wow.
They have no different profiles.
Yeah, they're just power weapon now. They're not power
they're generic.
Sword or axe.
They're just generic, yeah. So that's unfortunate. I hate that. I have a ton of Vanguard veterans and Skyclaws and equivalents, so...
Okay. At least for Blood Angels, I'm not that broken up. Van Vets, you'll see a lot of characters can join them.
Yeah.
But if they're not good, then I guess nothing lost there.
Right.
Interesting. Wow. Weird little text that you'll see, things going in and out of strength here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. This next one is a thinker. Oh, I was going to think about this. Oh, no. It's from Liberty Fires.
Liberty!
This is actually a 2-parter that I just kind of combined together. So thank you so much, Liberty. John, top 3 fictional characters related to blood. Oh. Brian, top 3 fictional characters related to darkness. Ooh. Lindsay, if that's your real name. Yes, it is. Look at my birth certificate. Top 3 angels, go.
Oh my goodness. This is a good one.
Yeah, when I was loading this up, I told myself I was going to think about it while we worked, and I totally forgot.
I will try to think of three fictional characters.
Vampires.
Of course, yeah. You have to.
Could be like a doctor you really like. Like House or something.
Yeah.
Alucard from Castlevania. Amazing character. Love him. That's Dracula spelled backwards. It's the son of Dracula. Amazing. That's number one. Number two, probably, oh no, what's her name? Bloodbender from Avatar.
Oh.
What's her name?
Oh,
literally Aang's wife. Katara. There you go. Yeah, Katara. And then number three, we're gonna go with Vlad von Karstein. Great, my favorite von Karstein.
Yeah.
The original has the ring, tons of power. My favorite character to play.
Okay, so darkness, I suppose. Batman.
Ooh, okay.
Batman's all about darkness.
Ooh, which Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Ooh.
No, the original Batman animated series.
Okay, yeah.
That one's probably better. Michael Keaton's close to.
Yeah.
So that one's good. Another darkness. Okay, so there's a show, What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
There's also Blood, but Laszlo.
Yes. Oh, he's so great.
And so that's got dark in it.
That's cool.
You know, shadows, dark, same sort
That's
of thing.
funny. Good
And I need a third. What's a third?
Oh man.
Someone darkness. It's too hard.
I was gonna say the homunculus from Full Metal. Have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like the dwarf in the flask is like.
Okay, let's go with it.
Yeah. I don't know. That would be mine.
Neat. Then angels.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
That
Angels
is.
are definitely not as. That's like more specific than Darkness and Blood, I feel like.
Yeah. There's fewer.
Angels, look, there is the classic Lucifer from whatever.
What about Ben Affleck and Matt Damon from Dogma?
Oh.
Right?
People are giving like Eric from True Blood reading. Leslie Nielsen. Oh, that's.
I'm going with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Yeah.
There's literally Angel from
Buffy and Angel.
Buffy, yeah.
These are things that I haven't seen.
There's Dante from Blood Angels.
Oh.
Sanguinius.
That's right. Sanguinius is the best one.
I think you should have had this question. Yeah.
Really? You're like, this is a hard one. Let me just name 20.
Let me.
Right.
There's Cass from Supernatural. If you've ever watched Supernatural.
Never watched Supernatural.
There was an anime. It was all about like the angel wing, the people with the angel wings.
I was talking about like Gundam Wing. There's
Gundam.
There's
Did you want?
They like had their cloaks on, and then they would have their like.
Was it mechs or?
No. There was no mechs. It was just angel people.
Angel people.
Angel people. That's it. Anyways,
That's not a lot to go on.
Okay.
I should cosplay as it once.
Really?
And I'm forgetting the name.
It must have been a. It definitely wasn't a
it was like
shonen.
You know, like handsome anime dudes who like also were secretly angels.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
You know, they wore trench coats and stuff. What about Sephiroth? He's a one-winged angel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a good one. It's Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy. I was too busy playing Zelda to play Final
Listen,
Fantasy. Yeah.
no one's gonna judge you for that. I just did both.
Yeah. Okay. So would you consider Pit an angel?
Yeah, of course
Pit.
I would.
So there's Pit.
All right. So we're going for top 25 angels at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Lindsay decides the top 3, but we have the rest of the 22 waiting right behind it.
What are my top? Oh, Angel Beats. Is that what you're talking about?
Angel Beats?
No? Okay.
It's not Angel Beats. It's got a different name.
My cat Shmi.
Aww.
No longer with us.
Oh. Well, she's an angel now.
But she's my angel.
Yeah.
She's one of my top angels. She was.
All right, top one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then, I need one more.
Do we?
Any good ones from chat?
Oh, favorite angels for Evangelion. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Tough one.
The pyramid. Isn't there like a pyramid one?
It's been so long.
I know,
It's such
right?
an
I feel
old-
like I just watched through
Pyramid
all of
Head.
Evangelion.
Pyramid,
Like,
good old
last
Pyramid.
year.
That wrong anime.
Angels.
Do you know they're still making Evangelion?
Yes.
Like they came out with a few movies. Like it's still going on.
Still coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Like
Forever show.
I just need to.
You got to catch up.
Yeah, you gotta catch up, man.
Oh,
wait till
I'm
10th
I'm talking about Ramiel, the like, not pyramid, but it's like two pyramids,
Okay.
and he like floated around. Yeah, okay, that
Cool.
one. There you
Makes
go.
sense.
Boom. Number 3.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Perfect.
Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Liberty.
that, Liberty Fires. Next one is from Noah Ranger. Thank you, Noah. Do you guys think it was a mistake removing Death Guard captains and lieutenants and Sanguinary Priest not being able to join Sanguinary Guard?
Yeah, I mean, was it a mistake? I don't know. I feel like it gives less options to like Sanguinary Guard. Sanguinary Priests, I think you can put them in things like Van Vets or Assault Intercessors.
Boring.
Like you want a cool unit, right? And you want characters to go with those units. It's just less character options, if
The
anything.
Sanguinary Guard with Jetpack isn't even a model they make anymore, is it? Or they never made it?
Sanguinary Priest with Jetpack.
That's what I'm trying to say, sorry. Sanguinary Priest with Jetpack. They never actually made it.
They never actually made it. Yeah, I had to kit bash mine.
Right, exactly. So putting it with Sangguard, they're not going to let you do it. They don't even make the model.
Yeah, you're onto something. Yeah, that's right.
So, and Death Guard Captains was never a datasheet, it was a strat, right?
Sorry, Death Guard. Oh, I don't know.
Remember, you paid a CP to turn them into you like to fall them to
Oh, interesting.
not Death Guard, but to Death Company. That's what he's trying to say.
Death Company.
That's what he's trying to say. Death Company captains. Remember, you used to pay a CP
Yes.
to turn them into Death
Yes.
Company? So it was never really a data sheet, and they've never actually made a kit for it.
Yes. Sorry.
So it's another thing. They're only doing things they have kits for.
Right.
And
That's
is
their
it a
logic.
mistake? Yes. Make new kits.
More. Yeah, that's our answer to everything like this.
Make
Just
these kits.
make the cooler model.
Yeah.
Just keep making them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that. This next one is from Adolin Solaris. Thank you so much, Adolin. Hey, Titans. What are the odds of the Spider-Verse characters coming to MCP? Miles and Gwen have models, but what about the rest? Miguel, Hobie, etc.?
Spider Pig.
Ooh.
Oh, Spider-Verse.
There was like a Spider Cat in the second one, isn't there? So in the trailer there was a Spider Cat.
Imagine that as a team. It's just Spider-Verse team,
Yeah, that's so awesome.
right?
That's so cool.
Like the Noir Spider-Man and
Yeah.
all of them. It would be great.
I would want like they're all like 2 cost or something, super cheap, so you can get like a bunch of them, and they're just super utility, kind of like almost like Rocket Raccoons,
Yeah.
where they're like really hard to kill, and they're just running around everywhere. Oh, it's so cool.
I think they will. The Spider-Verse isn't just the
Right.
movies. It exists already.
Right, and
It was from comics already.
yeah.
So they
already
have the license, I'm
They
sure.
have Miles and Gwen already.
So you already have 3
Yeah.
Spider-Men.
Yeah.
Spider people.
No, there's a lot more Spider people, but yeah.
Is there?
Well, I guess there's like Venom and stuff, and there's a few Peter
Is
Parkers.
there a black suit Spider-Man, or is it Venom?
No, there's Agent Venom,
Okay.
which is not technically like a Spider
I see. Okay.
Verse character, I guess. It's more of a Avengers, I guess.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that would be so cool.
Yeah, they should do that.
They need to make it
They
happen.
should definitely do more. Everyone loves Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah.
I gotta watch the second movie.
Oh, yeah. I watched that on an airplane.
Really?
The second one?
Yep.
The second one?
No,
one
I
that
watched
just-
the first
Oh,
one
the
on an
first one,
airplane,
yeah.
and then when the second one came out, that's when I,
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, thank you. So this next one is from Flyboy56234. Damon's Intent. How would you build the lists?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know a ton about demons.
We haven't been able to preview this one yet.
Right.
So we can only talk about what they've shown.
Yeah, I mean, I think they showed off. Did they show off the army rules?
Yeah, they did what they showed everybody.
Yeah.
But one of the things we will say is the guys are really excited about Be'lakor.
Yes. Be'lakor is like just amazing. I think he's going to be the coolest like centerpiece.
Yeah, really helps shore up some weaknesses of the army too. But as far as which way to go, it's so little's been previewed that it's not obvious at all. In an edition that's about shooting, pretty challenging.
Yes.
But we've definitely done some testing, and we've been liking some greater demons. But We can't tell you much about where it's going yet.
Yeah, I think the army rule that plays around with Battle Shock is it reminds me of Tyranid-esque, but it's not going to be the Tyranid. You're going to have a different footprint than the Tyranids, right? They're not going to be swarmy, like bugs everywhere, regenerating.
Right.
Demons are going to play demons, and they're going to give you a lot of modifiers to those Battle Shock in that way.
We're definitely excited to be playing this game, so we're going to be playing it soon.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Good question.
Yeah. The next one is from the Army of Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. How will Knights handle secondaries, Chaos, and Imp?
Ooh. This is a good question. We haven't done it yet, but static secondaries is definitely a thing. You can always have dedicated armigers to do those actions, right?
Or
things
engage or whatever.
Engage, right? Cleanse is a good one. Standing on an objective, doing an action, having a dedicated armiger to do that is really good. There's also ones where you have to stand in certain places.
I wonder if they'll have a strat to do an action and shoot or something.
I mean, they should. Because
it's hard to give up a whole night.
So few, it starts at like 150 and works from there, I'm sure.
Yeah. It'd be worth looking at. But you're right, static secondaries might be interesting.
Because how are you going to risk drawing when you have so few options, movement options, right?
But also, you definitely need to have a handful of armigers.
Yes.
You cannot play this game with like 4 big knights.
Which is probably spot on, the direction they were going, because armigers are part, they're like these squires, right? They're the core of your army, and then you build the questors as like an auxiliary.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. We're going to be playing them soon too.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Let's see what it's
I think they're strong. Yeah.
Thank you. This next one is from Eamon. Thank you, Eamon. Which basic troop do you like for dangles? I like intercessors, but sticky objectives seem less important since you don't go to OC0. Tactical need 10. Infernus seem interesting because of Overwatch. Yeah,
we saw Infernus in our game that we just played do some work.
Not terrible.
Against some, what was it, like some Death Company? Oh no, it was...
No, I did hit Death Company.
Yeah, Death Company. Yeah, took out a few.
But there's an easy answer to this, and it's the same one for all Space Marines.
Yeah.
Which basic troop is good?
Infiltrators.
Infiltrators.
They're so good.
That's the best one.
They're going to screen so much of the board out, and it's going to prevent your enemy from doing little shenanigans like the Inceptors dropping in, doing an action. So many times, it's going to be so value. It came up when you were trying to get the middle objective.
That's the reason the line died.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, the line wouldn't have had to take the middle.
Right. Yeah. So good.
So kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Block out that teleport homer.
It's the Infiltrators. The Infiltrators are the number one. That's it. They're so good. And you put a librarian with them.
Oh,
and you can't even shoot them outside of 12.
Yeah. That's like one of the first combos. I saw it.
It's very, very good.
The librarian with infiltrators. It's something that can infiltrate, can't be shot outside of 12. It's going to be great.
I was going to play it with the Dark Angels because we actually have it. We have the Infiltrators plus.
Yeah.
It wasn't fitting the flavor of the army.
I have no shooting.
And it wasn't fitting the flavor of the army I was making today. Yeah. But it's very, very good. It's so good that we kind of believe it'll almost be an auto-include most Space Marine armies.
Yeah. Thank you for that. This next one is from Stephen Whittam. Thank you, Stephen. Do you think Phobos, Lieutenant, and Reavers deep striking, then using shoot and fade to get closer to a melee assassination target makes Reavers worthwhile? Can use Honor the chapter to hit harder.
Yeah.
Ooh. We what was it? What is it? Our last game where Assassinate is just super good. I think I charged in like a Carnifex and Old One Eye. And challenged a character out of a squad.
The Apothecary Biologist.
Yeah, and sniping those characters for Assassinate, really, really good. If you're taking a static secondary and you're trying to assassinate, stacking up these kills, you definitely want to take this.
A lot of the shoot and fades don't let you charge after, but if this one does, then that is a very powerful bit of tech.
Yeah.
Because there's no rule right now that says on the turn you deep strike, you can't move again, I guess? Or is there?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point.
Because there used to be a rule for that, right?
There was in 9th and still is, in 9th, that rule, that FAQ.
But I'd never seen it in 10th.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
It's a good question because there's a lot of units that can do this. So I would double check your core rulebook, Steven, and maybe any FAQs that might come out later.
It sounds legal though, actually.
Almost. You could convince me that it's legal.
I think it is.
To be honest.
I think it is.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised if they eventually make it not legal.
Yeah.
Because they have in every other edition.
Right.
But yeah, sounds good. Cool. This is the kind of utility that helps you do objectives, have an answer to something. It's like, how do I get that one thing? Well, look, I have an answer.
Yeah. The only thing I would say, Steven, be careful of how many points you invest in killing a character. You know, especially with these infiltrating units or deep striking units, it's very easy to overinvest.
Because that was what, a 4-point secondary or 5-point secondary?
It's like it's a 4-point secondary, if that, right?
Correct.
It stacks if it's static, you know, so maybe you can get a few characters if you can. But, yeah.
Cool. Good question.
Yeah.
Thank you. This next one is from Haven Games. Thank you, Haven. Question about the Deathwing Command Squad and Deathwing Apothecaries Narthecium. Narthecium. Returning a model. This excludes characters, so it can only work on the standard termies in the unit, right?
I don't know.
I'm almost certain. Yes, it definitely cannot resurrect characters. Characters join these bodyguard squads. Once a character is gone,
it's not even part of the squad.
It's not even part of the squad.
Correct.
And it's vice versa as well. If a bodyguard unit dies, that character, that lone character, can't just start resurrecting this brand new squad of bodyguards to his unit.
That's exactly right. So yeah, sorry, that makes sense. I understand that. I was just thinking that the command squad was characters, but they're not.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But they're not. They're just part of the bodyguard. So when you combine bodyguard and a character together, it becomes one unit. As soon as one or the other one dies, they count as separate units now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you cannot res. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Good question.
Boom.
Tricky problem.
Yeah. Thank you. This next one is another one from Eamon. Oh, wait.
Waiting.
Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Martin Easterman. Thank you so much, Martin. Super happy Dark Angels are becoming your biggest army. Hopefully, Bridger helping to paint loyalist reinforcements, which units/combos are most competitive. Think they get all Space Marine, e.g. Stern Guard 2, etc.
They do. They do get Stern.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. They get all the data sheets.
You just don't get you just don't get the epic characters that come with those specific chapters. Like you won't get Ultramarines characters, which are some of the best characters in my opinion. But I'm sure there's great Dark Angel text that you can do as well.
Yeah.
Look, I really like just Inceptors you saw today. I did them to do actions. You could also just have them steal objectives. You have to screen out the whole objective to stop this 3-inch deep strike. So
very good.
Little text like that. The other day you used the Land Raider as it should be used, using it as like a gunship, basically dropping off some Meltas, putting them back in, moving it, dropping them off again. Right. Great little combos like that. Yeah.
Especially because the Eradicator's inside of such short range.
Yes.
It really helps them get up into range.
For Dark Angels, I'm sure you can do that with like a Hellblaster squad or something. Now you're rapid firing very easily.
Hellblasters can sit inside of the, what's the small transport? The Impulsor, and shoot out of it too. You get, what, 4 of them shooting out or something like that?
Good.
So we're thinking that could be pretty strong as well.
You know what I saw the other day? There's a Landspeeder that has a transport capacity. Where you can
That's the one that you put scouts in.
Yeah, you put scouts in,
Tempest,
and scouts can snipe characters.
Yeah.
And they have open tops, or the ports, right?
Yeah,
so
that's like the Landspeeder Tempest or something.
Yeah. So
cool.
that's a great little tech too. Go around sniping characters. That's so cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm sure there's other techs.
There's so many. It's a huge book.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. This next one is from Eamon. Thank you again, Eamon. Do you think Crusader rules can be a way to bring back some flavor that was lost in the transition from 9th to 10th? And would that make you more likely to play Crusade rules?
It's the Crusade, like, narrative type.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Crusade rules in this this like Leviathan book.
Is there?
I think so. It's a good chunk. It always is. Hopefully they have some a cool spin on it. I haven't really.
Why didn't we get into Crusade?
I don't know. I guess it's a lot. There's a lot of tracking, at least.
It's all multi-game.
Right. It's
and
multi-game.
We kind of like to play one-off games.
A lot of factions. Yeah. You gotta. You really have to keep with it, and you know. Yeah.
Crusade seems to work best in an escalation context.
Yes.
Small amount of points, grows.
Yes.
And then
you build
3 or more games, right?
Yeah.
And that's just not the way we play Warhammer. We like 2,000-point games.
Yeah.
We like kind of one-off games. That's just what we like, right?
It's true.
So, I don't know. Bringing back the flavor, Crusade always had great flavor. That wasn't the thing holding us back. It just wasn't the flavor of Warhammer we liked.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we mix and match factions so much too. We just play whatever excites us. Being locked into a faction for so long, could get.
Crusade was the kind of thing we'd play on like a narrative weekend with our friends.
Yes.
But wasn't our average game. It wasn't going to take over for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. This next one is from Martin Easterman. Thank you, Martin. Thanks for letting Brian drive the Dark Angels. Takes me back to the early days when I was your 11th viewer on the first video. Just need to see him crush Bridger Custodes with Adrian scoring, hopefully helping.
Let's see if we can make this happen.
Yeah.
Sounds like the internet wants it.
I know. We got to make it happen. Bridger, I know he's excited for Custodes. You're growing for your Dark Angel love, so.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. We got to make it happen.
Yeah, thank you so much, Martin. This next one is from Stephen Butcher. Thank you, Stephen. It is 2x6 bolt aggressors with biologists, each in an LR Crusader.
Oh.
Enough? Land Raider Crusader? Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the biologist, right, gives you lethal hits.
Okay, and then bolt aggressors a lot of shots.
A lot of shots.
I like this little combo here. It kind of gets around this like low strength into so many data sheets.
Correct.
It's easy to you'll kill swarms and like infantry, but like a lot of people are going to be taking elite infantry vehicles, medium, small, large vehicles. The lethal hits kind of gets around that in a way.
There's even a Dark Angel strat if you're doing this Dark Angels to get
Fives?
critical hits on 5.
Oh, dude.
So that could be cool. And then if it's your oath target and you're re-rolling, then you actually could wound really tough things.
I'm sold. That's so many one wound, like 1 damage saves you'll have to make. A third?
Yeah, it's a lot. So I think it absolutely is cool. We have the Bolt Aggressors with the Ultramarines. I have like 18 of them or something.
Oh, yeah?
Because I used to be really into that. So we could try that with the Biologists, and we'll see if we like it. The Crusader, though, I just prefer the last cannons.
Yeah.
Like once I'm paying for a Land Raider body, although they need the transport capacity.
Right.
Yeah, you could put the 6 aggressors in, but not with the Biologists.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
a
Gravis counts as
2.
And you get 16 slots?
You get 12 slots in a regular.
Yeah.
And in Crusader you get 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cool.
Thank you.
Interesting. Good tech. Wow. Teaching us something. Or teaching me something at least.
This next one is another one from Aaron Wish. Thank you, Aaron.
Hey,
Do
Aaron.
you think characters need to calm down in points since they are much less useful once their squad is dead? Seems like not joining new squad is a big deal.
That would be cool, joining a new squad.
Yeah, right.
That's the way it used to work.
It's in 7th, right? You would just jump in a squad. I feel like they should, right? Because they don't do a lot of damage. I feel like characters just get
with a few exceptions.
A few exceptions. But they do give new buffs that they didn't before.
And they radically changed squads. Like we haven't felt that characters are overpriced on the whole because they're fairly transformative. They are definitely overpriced to put into a 5-man squad. But you put them into a 10-man squad or bigger?
Right. That's why I took the 10-man squad of Death Company.
Right. And Assault Intercessors. That's why you went up to 10.
Yeah.
Because Mephiston's not worth it on a 5.
Right. Yeah.
I think they're fairly priced. Any less, and you start spamming them, and then Assassinate just makes it not viable.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Yeah, I see both ways. It's interesting. It's gonna need some playing. I don't know where I stand. I want to take the cool characters, but they also need squads to justify them.
Yeah. I don't want a character in every squad. I want it to feel rare and special.
That's true.
I certainly don't want to see 2 characters in every squad. Like, that's too much.
I just don't want to I don't want to shy away from characters and not take them just because it's not like the most optimal thing.
It's worth it, though.
I want a little hammer, a little spice in my life that can actually do something. If I just take a character and it's like in a 5-man squad, it's almost useless.
Oh, it is useless.
Yeah.
But the characters you took today, they make your army work.
Yes.
So they're definitely important.
Yeah.
Like the characters I took today, the 2 that I had in the Terminator unit, I didn't actually need them. but they were both really key tech.
Yeah.
Right? The reroll charges and the free strat on the Terminators can be huge.
In a different mission, they would have been
And
stars.
the OC2 on my Terminators allowed them to be a credible holding unit in an army where I had no OC. So they filled my gaps.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to see the points.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. This next one is another one from Eamon. Thank you, Eamon. Do you think the
Guayvesa,
thank you, army would be more appropriately made with Tau or IG rules? With Tau, you can have humans in power suits, but with IG, you get greater good Ogren, and those are the bestest boys.
Are these the humans that join the greater good?
Correct.
Is that?
This is the Tau.
Okay.
This is the humans that join the Tau Empire.
Oh.
And I think you are slightly. It makes slightly more sense to use the guard rules. That's the way that Gene Stealer cults do it. But I always pictured the Guayvesa as like humans that were given pulse rifles.
Sure.
And so it's kind of a bit in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Is the way I always saw it, but yeah.
That's cool. I'm just like picturing like a fight between like Space Marine and Tau, and like the Space Marines like win this battle, and they kind of like open up the helmet and like, oh my god, it's a human.
It's a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's happened. Like that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't usually, like for example, the Kroot don't get Tau guns. They use Kroot guns.
Right.
And so a lot of the times they're not actually giving their tech. So I think, they would still be driving Lehman Russ tanks. They wouldn't be driving Hammerheads,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. This next one is from Templar Warden. Thank you, Templar. Looking forward to being entertained this week. Do you think the Psyker keyword will feel like a negative with what seems like the prevalence of anti-abilities versus buff, even if it's balanced?
Yeah.
I have thoughts on this, and I think Tyranids, we've seen the Tyranids index, right? It has a few, I wouldn't say a lot, a few anti-psyker abilities, but I don't think it's going to be that prevalent, right? It just seems so skew.
There's a handful of armies that'll have it.
And it's like, they'll have the option to take it. Do they take it every time? I don't know.
And even do those units even match up on the battlefield?
Right. Like,
How often?
it's such a skew thing to take. It's like, you wouldn't take anti-Tyranids in your Space Marine army, right? Because how many Tyranids are you going to fight? Yeah. So
I think you're right. I think on paper it looks like it's worse than it is. The idea that you put a psyker into a squad and the whole squad gets the psychic keyword, which is the way it works, then that means any psychic weapons hurt the whole squad, right? So you have a 10-man Terminator squad with a psyker librarian, and all of a sudden you get anti-psyker against all the Terminators. That's what seems bad, but you're right. The prevalence of anti-psyker, not that high, and the fact that they'll even not meet each other, and then even when they do meet each other, is it that big of a buff? Like, I don't think it's a big problem.
Yeah. Good question, though. It's something to be concerned about. We don't want GW to go overboard.
Yeah, right.
Because then there's hard counters that you'll run into.
Exactly.
So it's interesting concept.
Yeah, thank you. This next one is from Maxwell Martin. Does the Sanguinoir stand a chance ambushing Primarch? How do you guys feel about mixing up types of DC and swarming or using drop pods?
Yeah, there's little John stress moments during that game where I had little micro decisions. This being one of them.
I thought you were going to do it.
Yeah, so the Sanguinoir did have the option to, fight a Primarch, but there's no way. He would have been wounding on 6s.
Yeah.
8 attacks, no rerolls, because I couldn't oath you in time, right? It was on your turn.
You never would have killed me.
But I would have fought first.
Yes.
I can't bracket you or anything. The best I could have done is not die.
Correct. Which would have lost me the secondary.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, I thought you were going to do it.
Yeah.
Because at the time we did it, I didn't think I had enough attacks to split to get both characters, particularly because you have 8 wounds and a 4th invuln.
16 attacks!
Yeah, but now I have to go to the 16 attack profile, right? And I'm not saying it wasn't 90% chance I fail. It took it from an 80% chance to succeed to almost a 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe I should have done it then. Maybe I should have done it.
Which, to be fair, any points I lose the game. But then again, next turn you wouldn't have had the Sanguinary to get those 2 points either.
Exactly.
So it was a toss-up. I think the decision to do it would have been fine. The decision not to do it's also fine.
Yeah,
it's kind of a 50-50.
I guess I went for the safer option of guaranteeing some utility in my turn rather than taking points away from yours on a 50-50.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. I couldn't also foresee me getting one-shotted by a last, so that was also a thing.
I didn't think that would happen either.
So yeah, I think we answered that. Mixing, how do you guys feel about mixing up types of Death Company and swarming or using drop pods?
I don't think drop pods work for combat units.
Because
9-inch charges.
Oh, sure. There's not a lot of things. Like, we lost our Chaplain Litanies to give +2 to charge.
You can't charge from Deep Strike. It's just not a thing.
It's very difficult to do. There's very few modifiers. I think Dante gives a +1 to charge. But like that's going to be an 8. Death Company do reroll for free. It's not super consistent, right? I think shooting Death Company intercessors are not bad. They have sustained hits 2.
That's good.
So it's a lot of shots. If you're oathing and you have some access to some rerolls, could be quite saucy.
Cool.
But it's still Volters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good pressure, but it could be pretty pricey for what it's worth.
Yeah, tricky.
Yeah. It's not. It's not that killy of an addition.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like if you're not achieving a secondary by dropping there, I don't know how much interference you're actually going to do to your opponent.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you. This next one is another one from Eamon. Thank you, Eamon. Inner Circle Cenobium are the new Deathwing Knights, Brian.
Are these like a model that you can buy, like a third-party model? I don't know, but I hope that there are cool new Deathwing Knight models.
Yeah, Eamon, let us know in Discord or send us a link in the comments or something. Yeah, what is this model?
Looks like they're Forge World.
Oh, Forge World.
Forge World.
Lindsay's pulling it up right now.
It's a 30K. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're still small scale though. So they're still
cool.
small scale, but they do have great bits. I love the models, but I want them at the larger scale.
Gosh, Brian, it's $117 for 5 of them.
I know.
Woo.
I know. It's Forge World, man.
Jesus.
But yeah, they're beautiful models. You also need to get. They have like the flails and stuff, right? So you need to get the flails. Mm-hmm. These guys don't have the flails, do they? They have swords.
No,
and stuff.
they have swords.
Yeah. 30K, they were all about swords. They were very knightly.
Yeah.
But like the flails, so you really have to. I think you buy the new Terminator kits, which you get in the starter set, and then you have to 3D print the rest, and then have a few bits and bobs. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. This next one is from Peaches the Destroyer.
Hey.
Thank you, Peaches. They killed off Wolf and made all Wolfguard, including Cav, have their heirloom weapons.
Yeah.
Took Wolfguard's jump packs away, and you can shoot Bjorn and Murderfang easily because they don't get lone operative. Rip.
Bjorn, that would be very strong. If Bjorn got lone operative as a dread.
Yeah, the dreads don't deserve it.
Assault.
Dreads do not deserve lone operative. But all the rest was not good. They shouldn't have done all that.
And I think the dreads are still on the table, right? Like they're still durable. I think that medium-sized vehicle profile is just so good. You're gonna weather a lot of damage.
We're definitely gonna be playing, I think, Bjorn tonight. So come check her out. See what Bjorn can do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. We've got another question here from, or not a question, but another one from Maxwell Martin. Thank you again, Maxwell. Forgot to ask your thoughts on the DC Dread.
Okay, I was so sad that even with our 2 collections combined,
we don't have one.
We don't have a Death Company Dread. Probably because it hasn't been good in a very, very long time. But they are awesome. Every time they get attacked, they can fight.
They get attacked. Is a Redemptor?
It is it's a vanilla.
It's a vanilla one.
Dread.
Because you used to be able to turn any Dread Death Company, I thought as well. That was a strat though.
You might be right.
But now it's the actual old model.
It's the actual old
We should we'll pick them up. We should pick one up.
Yeah, it's a cute little thing. Like
at it.
it can get out of hand pretty fast. Like if you have a few units in combat with this thing, it's attacking every time. There's no cap. Like there's it specifically says
like
no
that
cap.
in the game.
And if it has a melta, maybe it's shooting that melta every time.
Amazing.
It gets attacked. It's great.
Well, we should get it. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
This next one is from Aaron again. Thank you again, Aaron. Templar versus Psyker faction equals auto win. Problem?
No.
I haven't seen the Templar stuff. Maybe they have a lot of anti? Is that what they're saying?
Their point is they are anti-Psyker.
Okay.
But I don't think it's not on every data sheet or anything.
Gotcha.
So
it's like sprinkled in more than most.
Yeah, I think it's fine. We're gonna see, but we're not particularly alarmed by it yet. A lot of things look good on paper that just don't shake out.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that, Aaron. Next one is from Simon.
Thanks.
Simon says, "There's no questions. Brian, what an absolute joy to have you back on the channel."
Oh, thank you.
It is
It's a
great
joy for
to
me
have.
too. Yeah, I love being back here.
Great to have Brian back.
And then this next one is from Dakota Pfeiffer. Thank you, Dakota. Can you use Rights of War on Rapid Ingress to bring in 2 units on your opponent's turn? If so, 2 Breaks of Thunder Calv look good.
I guess the question is
Because they're not on the battlefield, how can you use an ability
exactly
for a unit that's not on the
right,
battlefield?
and I think Rights of War has a range, does it not? It has to come from the captain.
Rights of War is only on the unit that the captain's leading.
Oh.
So its range is
Oh,
that
I
unit.
see. Yeah.
When you use the Rapid Ingress stratagem, are you deliberately targeting a unit? I guess you are. No, you're not. You're using the stratagem and then selecting a unit.
Right. So you
cannot.
You wouldn't be able to.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
And it has to be the second use of that
Correct.
strat.
The
So it's not
second.
like you can use it on the Rights of War for free and then
Correct.
he's down and now you can make the second one.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
But there may be some quirk of the way it's written, but it feels like it's not intended.
Yeah. Good question though. These little finite questions is how we're gonna find these cool combos.
Yeah.
How do you deep strike Thunderwolf, Kev?
You can reserve them, right? You can
Okay, but when you reserve them, you come in from the edges, not
from
deep
the
strike.
edges. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you, Dakota. This next one is another one from Mr. Destroyer here. So good question. Would you say top tourney players who get early rules, points, etc. have an unfair advantage? And what would you say / do to fix it if so?
Yeah.
Do they have an advantage? Sure. Yep. Is it truly unfair? Not really. The truth is, the top tourney players. Let's talk about the Art of War folks.
Yeah. Definitely not us.
They're amazing, right? And they're amazing because they practice tournament games with top tournament armies against top tournament players multiple times a day.
Yeah, I can promise you they were winning tournaments far before they got early access to any of these rules, right?
The one thing it does help them do, it helps them buy models early.
That's true.
And it helps it helps people say, okay, I'm going to get this painted up a little faster, and my collection's a little more ready, blah blah blah. But you'd be surprised how often we get rules early, buy a bunch of models, and then the day the rules come out, they FAQ it, so none of it works anymore.
Yes, the FAQs are fickle to everyone, even the people that get those rules early.
It hurts us more.
Because
you see it with the FAQ, we get it before the FAQ.
Right.
We're the ones helping tell them that it needs FAQ.
Yeah.
So we can't even go out and count on that.
Right. And nothing beats playtesting than the masses, the general masses playing a rule, figuring out how it works in every situation.
Strongly agree.
And the broad audience is gonna find the most gaps, not the few very even very intelligent playtesters.
The 3 test games we get is nothing to the 3,000 that happened in the first 20 minutes of it coming out.
Right.
And so all the tricks and everything are found. Now, the one thing I will say is all of these people, us, Art of War, all these other people, we're pouring through the books to make videos to help you be good day one so that you don't have to spend the 80 hours we spend pouring over these things. Yeah. And so...
that was my first thought. How many times have we been so on top of the content that we were able to learn something on a tournament level to take it a little early?
And then when's the next tournament that the book's even legal?
Yeah.
So there's no real advantage here.
Thank you. This next one is from John Amir. Thank you, John. Love your content, guys. Thank you for guiding me through the hobby. Crusade, isn't it just match play with more bookkeeping?
No, it's its own thing.
Yeah, no, Crusade in the past has been very cool. Like, these are the options I was talking about, where like you get like that cool relic on your character, and now it gets to be more epic than it was before.
Yeah, you lose a leg.
Yeah, no, you don't know how many legs I lost.
I do. I watched. I saw you lose your legs. Your Blood Angel's captain was just using his jetpack.
Yeah, I was just hovering around. I didn't have legs.
Yeah. So that's only Crusade could do that. You want to lose a leg? Like Crusade.
Lose a few. Jeez.
I want to figure out what it feels like for a peg leg. So. Yeah.
Yeah, you're really just like landing gear and like a jump pack.
That's the thing. You don't need peg legs if you have a jump pack.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, John. This next one is from Doombringer 4519. Thank you, Mr. 4519. Could the Interrogator chaps be gone because of the Fallen are redeemed now? Also, aggressors or termies for generic Codex compliant successor chapter.
I don't think they're all redeemed now, are they? Are all the Fallen redeemed? Did that happen in the books?
There's two options. You're redeemed, or you're like, yeah,
or you're full chaos. Maybe. So there's no work left for the Interrogator chaplains. Their job is done now.
I guess so.
All right, maybe that's
thoroughly
a funny way to think about it.
Yeah.
I like it. They've successfully interrogated everything. They got all the information.
Yeah. Job well done.
And if you're telling me aggressors or termies, I'm going to take termies in this edition. I love termies.
Termies are big winners, right? But there's some cute combos. I think these characters create a lot of cool situations, cool combos, where you put them into a squad, and now they're all of a sudden pretty viable.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Doombringer. This next one is from Tide Ultra 13. Thank you, Tide Ultra 13. G-Dubs regrets making divergent chapters. I was hoping for Wolf Priest leading Wolfen packs. What did you wish for that didn't happen?
I don't think they regret divergent chapters. I think it takes them a long time to go around and update them.
Yeah.
And they've already released so many generic Space Marine units, it's hard to then go out and be like, here's some specific. Like, for example, when the line came out, I thought there'd be some more Dark Angel stuff alongside him. There wasn't, right? And I think they just don't have all the time in the day to make that many more models.
Right, especially rules all at once. Like, they literally have to put out all these new rules with all these new sheets, or current sheets.
Yeah.
All at once. So not everyone's going to get the most love, right? Or thoughtfulness.
The thing I really want is, and I didn't expect it to happen now, I want, as I said, new Space Marine or Space Wolf models for a number of units. And now that they've kind of made their peace with Primaris, not Primaris, same thing, I'll just upscale old stuff, right? Then I feel like that opens the door for them to upscale old stuff. Like new Sangard for Blood Angels needs to happen. I think those are derpy. And new Wolfen, I think, could happen. New Thunderwolf Cav could happen.
Yeah.
So new characters
that seems to be a theme. New kits all the time. Yeah.
And that I think would allow them to make new rules that now they live on and they're not trying to kill off.
Yeah. It would secure their place.
Yeah, for at least the next 5-10 years.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. For me, oh man. What didn't happen? I think Sanguinary Priest, it was kind of said before, wish they could be more relevant. Characters should be a little more well-rounded in the units they should go into. Not to have a one answer for everything, but like just a little cool, unique thing, right? You're seeing lethal hits coming from, what was it, the Biologus? Maybe they get another keyword from a Sanguinary Priest or something.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This next one is from _blank_. Thank you, _. Do you guys know any information about upgradable Exalted Demons?
That's not been revealed yet, right?
I don't believe so.
So no demon stuff revealed in that regard. So we are going to be covering the demons. We're very excited about it.
Yes.
As soon as that index is revealed, we'll have a battle report that day.
Right. It is getting played the day it comes out.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. You're going to see it. You can ask any questions. It's a huge index, I'm sure. So if you don't see it on the table, then definitely ask questions about the rest of it.
We may want to make a cutoff and save questions for the next game. Keep in mind, everyone, we do have a game coming up at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So we're fine. Keep asking your questions. They'll roll into the next game. But we can only take so many here. So we do have to prep for the next one.
Yeah. We have 5 more, but that can easily last until
Great.
a while. So, did you want to keep going or?
We can keep going.
So this next one is from Martin Easterman. How do you think armies like Harlequins do in 10th?
Ooh.
They haven't previewed this either.
They have not previewed this. So probably gonna hold back on answering it too much. I hope Harlequins have an awesome role. They have a lot of character.
What did they do with Harlequins last edition? They were in the
Eldar book? They were in the Eldar book, the Eldari book, and you could basically take an army of them. Like they were its own faction almost.
They went from being their own book to a subset of Eldar.
Yes.
But you could still field them on their own.
You can still field them on their own. And they kind of had like its own little space where you can have a detachment of them in either Drukhari or Eldari.
Yeah.
I hope they still keep that.
But it was really no different than taking like a Deathwing army in your Dark Angels. It was really just a unique detachment with its own rules.
So I think they have very unique data sheets. So I hope that you're still able to have a little batch of these guys in any army that you
Harlequins, their identity has always been move fast, right? Close range shooting, and great combat.
Yeah.
And the truth is, those things might, theoretically, those always work, right?
Yeah.
So let's see how it turns out.
Hard to deal with, hard to hit. And
we have some super fans for Harlequins around here, so you know we're going to be playing them as soon as we can.
Oh, yeah. Adrian loves them. I love them.
Yeah.
Look, you gotta love Eldar soup.
Yeah.
It's great.
Let's see it.
Thank you. We have one from Haven Games. This was a 2-parter. Follow-up on Deathwing Command Squad. Question: the champion and ancient in the squad are not considered characters, even though their vanilla counterparts are.
Right.
And I just want to confirm that the champion and ancient are resurrection targets for the apothecary.
Then yeah, I would say so. They're part of the squad.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fine. If they're part of the bodyguard squad, then it's one squad. You can definitely res them.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. A little tech there. The only thing is, like, it's such a small squad, right? You got to be careful of everything just dying, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
This next one is from Aaron Wish. Thank you again. Brian, ask Adrian about the DW STL link I sent him.
The Deathwatch STL link.
Deathwing.
Oh, Deathwing.
I'm thinking. So these are probably 3D printable bits. So we'll take a look.
Nice.
Yeah, as I said, we definitely want it. We've been actually getting 3D bits already to make our people, our generic models a little more.
Have a little more character.
Yeah, Dark Angels. So we will definitely be doing that.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Exciting. And Adrian's really into that stuff. So.
Yeah, we're loving it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. This next one is from Joaquin. Thank you. You can put the pulse rifle arms right onto the guardsman. Give the suits a guard color scheme. Tank commander atop a hammerhead as long strike.
Definitely. I've seen a lot of people do this. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's a very unique army.
That's so awesome. They fit right on. That's so awesome.
They do fit pretty well.
Oh,
they're both the same.
They're
scale.
about this. They looked about the same scale.
Yeah.
I wonder if they will fit in the new guard though, because they're a little bigger, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Take some like Kazarkin bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although those are hard bodies to get, so don't you
very,
know it?
Very hard.
And we have one from. Thank you so much. Then we have one from Nevin Smith. Thank you, Nevin. M's Children, Dark Mechanicus, Imperial Agents. What army would you pick to get their own full codex in 10th edition?
Ooh.
Easy.
Emperor Children. Right?
Emperor's Children with a Primarch.
With a Primarch. Yeah.
That's what I want.
Hands down, Snaky Boy. Let's go.
Yeah. Snaky Primarch.
Snaky Primarch. That's what we need in our lives.
Definitely. Snake it up.
Yeah. That's. Gosh. They need some new kits for those Noise Marines too. Like affordable kits. Not special edition, one model, $15. You need 5 to make a squad.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They need to do it.
Yeah.
Get on it, G-Dubs. Get on it.
Good excuse.
The love.
Good excuse to make a codex for them.
Yeah. More Slanesh love.
Yeah.
So I did hit the end of what I have loaded up.
Okay, great.
We do have some more,
How many
but
more?
they keep 2 more, but they keep coming in.
Okay,
so it's up to you
okay.
if you want to.
Up to you, Brian.
And they are questions.
Okay.
So
we'll take a couple more, but we'll draw the line here. Keep in mind
sounds
we do have a game At 6.
Yeah, coming up very soon.
We'll be taking more questions.
Yeah.
So there'll be plenty more time.
Yeah, thank you all, everyone.
But thank you
super
for the
chatting.
support. Yeah,
it's so crazy. We thank you a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cutoff is here. Eamon, you're the last one. But this one's from Peter K. Loved the Angels of Death. What are your thoughts on protecting melee units fast and slow beyond playing with terrain?
Ooh, this is a good question, Peter. Protecting melee units. I think the first thing I will say against melee versus melee, fight first is so clutch. It's a huge thing that we had to consider in our game because fight first is so strong now. The Lion had it. Those Mephiston had it.
Judiciars have it.
So that's going to secure, if you get charged on your opponent's turn, or you're going to fight before they get a chance to fight.
And you'll win if you've got the right squad.
It's so crazy. It's a great defensive measure. It's key. It's gonna be big against any melee army. Shooting.
Stacking buffs. Cover and minus AP if you can.
Yeah, -1 damage was huge for me.
Right.
Invuln where you can. Know what you can get away with cover. Get your smoke ready, your pop smoke.
Yeah.
Get your take cover.
Yeah, pop smoke is big if you have a unit that has smoke. Not many infantry does that.
Not a lot.
But those infiltrators do, which is another reason they're great.
Good.
Because that's cover and -1 to hit.
So crazy.
And then you put armor of contempt on it.
For 1 CP, there's so many ways to stack. There's not that many strats nowadays, but they are
good.
value town.
Yeah.
Ask your opponent, where do you ignore cover? What's your AP looking like? What's your damage looking like? Great questions to ask still in today's age.
Absolutely.
That's how you protect your things. Be methodical with your movement. Use the terrain as much as possible.
Yep.
Thank you. And then last one is a two-parter from Eamon. Eamon came in with 2 questions. Well, 2, saying, what will you guys do if we keep asking Super Chat so you can't start the next game? I think we answered that.
We'll cut it off.
Yeah.
We just, like Bridger and Brian, will have to play right in front of us.
Pull the plug. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also to add to your comments, yes, Inner Circle, Cenobium do need some green stuff added to midsection.
Yeah.
Molded as robes, and a small amount of height added to the feet to make them appropriate.
Yeah,
are they
I've
shorter?
seen people do that. They are shorter. They're 30K.
Oh, interesting.
I've seen people just add to their torso, and it does work. I've seen a lot of people try to do that with Grey Knights, which sometimes works as well. Because Grey Knights look a little short and
They're a little short,
They're a little short.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, their legs are always in weird stances, too.
Another line that needs a refresh.
The whole line needs redone.
Yeah.
You look at Castellan Crow now, and you're just like, these
He's
models
a
suck.
large boy.
Yeah, all these other models suck now. Now you just want to sweep them off.
Yeah.
Redo them all. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
This has been so exciting, but it's just the beginning. We've got a whole nother game. It is the Space Wolves, the AoS, against the Titan Watch, which is the Death Watch. And we're going to be having a lot of fun with that. Both debuts, starting in what, like an hour?
Almost exactly an hour.
10.
Hour and 10.
An hour and 10 minutes.
It's going to be Bridger versus Adrian. They're excited. I can see them practicing.
They've been practicing
in the
for
distance.
hours, so it should be great.
It's going to be awesome. Make sure you guys joining us for that. It's going to be great. Thank you all.
And if you haven't, please like and subscribe. This is the perfect time. We're working really hard to show you that we're the channel that is going to be able to preview these rules for you, play these great games, and have a great time together. So if you haven't, it goes a long way to helping us.
Awesome. Thank you, chat, for joining us. Catch us soon in an hour, but we'll see you next time on the Tabletop. Bye.